and only Cherry.Nay, coming live from the 863. It's time to brew and burn on the latest bullshit. Who run it? Who run it? Who run it? Show. It's your girl, Cherry.Nay, better known as Boss Lady. Let's get right into it. So, before we do jump into this, what I really need y'all to do, I need y'all to like, share, comment, subscribe, follow, tell a friend to tell a friend. It's going down once a week on the Koffee and Kushhh morning show. We're gonna have other segments here and there when like it's breaking news and something that we need to address, but mainly just tune in on Mondays, catch up with the latest, whatever, the tea, letters, call-ins, comments. We're gonna address it all. Like, this is the place to be. This is the podcast to tune into. Now, a little bit about myself. I feel like I'm the hood therapist. I feel like I can help everyday, ordinary people in situations have a voice. But it's something that I want to address in this first episode. Like, it's breaking news, right? It's something that we talk about at home that I feel like they need to be addressed. Like, we need to bring awareness to it. So, allegedly, it's this story out of Orlando about a 10-year-old girl who just shot and killed a woman. So apparently, the mom got the daughter. It's midnight now. I'm setting the scene. It's midnight. They're in an apartment complex in Orlando on Mercy Drive. And here's the thing for anybody that stay in Orlando, from the Orlando area, Central Florida area. I'm from Central Florida. Big red flag. It's Mercy Drive, okay? Everybody know that is the hood. So I'm just trying to set the scene. I ain't trying to say everybody from Mercy Drive allegedly, it's hood or ratchet. But basically, it's go down on Mercy Drive. So allegedly, this is what happened, okay? 10-year-old girl and her mama, they go up to a female and her boyfriend, allegedly, okay? The article don't give that much. I did a few digging around. And the woman gets into it allegedly with the other female. Okay, let me just read the article so I won't be jumping all around. I'm going to read the article and then I'm going to tell y'all my point of view. It said a 10-year-old Florida girl shot and killed a woman who got into a fight with her mother, authorities say. The girl and her mother were taken into custody Monday night following the fatal shooting of LaShawn Rogers, 41, outside an apartment complex, according to news release. The girl was released into the Florida Department of Children and Family Custody. The girl's mother, LaKersha Isaac, 31, was arrested on charges of manslaughter, 2 counts of child neglect, contributing to delinquency of a minor, and aggravated assault with a firearm. Isaac and Rogers began fighting late Monday, and Isaac handed her daughter a bag that contained the gun. The girl took the gun out of the bag and fired 2 rounds, according to police. Any charges for the girl will be decided after review of the state attorney's office, Orlando Police Department said. And so on and so on. So I was going through, and allegedly it's all this hearsay out. The boyfriend stated that they was barbecuing over the Memorial Day holiday and that Miss Isaac and her daughter approached them. And his girlfriend, which is Rogers, who is the victim, allegedly started exchanging. Well, Miss Isaac punched Miss Rogers. Miss Rogers returned the punch, and then he broke it up. Okay, after he broke it up, his girlfriend proceeded to fight with Miss Isaac. Like, she wanted the smoke. Like, she's coming at it. So apparently that's when the daughter reaches in her mom's bag. The article doesn't imply anything according to witness. The 10-year-old reaches into the mom's bag, pow, fire off 2 shots. Now, apparently and allegedly from the boyfriend and another eyewitness, the daughter is quote unquote saying she hit my mom or she shouldn't have messed with my mom, something of that nature. The article will be up on all my social media accounts. Follow us at Facebook, IG, and TikTok. You can go in and you can read all three different angles of it. So let's just jump right into it. and this is my opinion, and this is what I think. It's very reckless, first of all, to have your 10-year-old daughter out at night. No matter if it's the summer, whatever, whatever, especially when you normally go into altercation. I agree. That's reckless. I agree having a weapon is reckless around a child if they're not trained to use it and know when to use it. Because apparently the mama didn't use it. She didn't think she needed to use it, or she would have used it on Miss Rogers. Okay? But here's the thing that I do want to jump in. I'm not saying who was wrong, who was right. Honestly, when it came to what happened, it was reckless. I get it. However, really, those charges is like trumped up charges to me. Like y'all can chime in, comment, please. I want to hear from the streets. I want to hear from what y'all think. But to me, the 2 counts of child neglect with a delinquency in the firearm, give it to her. But the manslaughter, that's overkill. Like, I'm not saying go charge the child. She's 10. But what I do know from experience, because I work with children, is that children think like a child. Okay, you have a child with a child like mine, a child gonna do it. Like, I don't know if they be riding for their daddies. I ain't saying children don't ride for their daddies. But I know mine will ride for me. I ain't saying shoot, but I know the mentality I had. I'm just coming into my womanhood. But you would have caught a 19, 20-year-old, maybe even a 27-year-old me. And I don't know if my mama getting pounded or what, I probably would have jumped in. I probably wouldn't have shot her. But if I was 10 and I think like a 10-year-old and I'm exposed to social media and movies, I'm going to think pow, pow too. I'm just saying, charge that young woman accordingly and give her some therapy. I'm talking about what's y'all intake on those charges. Like, you could chime in on the whole scene. There's 3 sides to every story. But me, it ain't funny. But me, as done been in some hood mess before, the first thing a person say is, "Oh, hold this," because I don't know what it is about it. I don't know if y'all think like, oh, you about to fight somebody, you think somebody gonna steal your stuff, sis. I'm not all in your bag. And whether the little girl even knew the gun was in the bag, which I think so, which in my personal opinion, obviously she trained to handle herself. I just became a new gun owner. You could just write it because I'm proud of myself. Okay. So yes, thank you. Thank you very much. So me becoming a new gun owner, I literally had to fight. We're gonna talk about that too. Fight for my rights to even get the gun. But I just recently took a gun class. First of all, I need you to show me how to disassemble it, arm it, shoot it. I went to the gun range. I did good, by the way. No liabilities. Same with this young lady. She shot 2 clean shots at this female and killed her. Okay, I'm just not able, comfortable at my age to even hold a gun. I don't, hold it and not be scared of it. And I do think it come with education. I don't think we should get stricter gun laws because again, look at that incident. That young woman felt like that was the only result. I remember also reading in another article allegedly that they questioned the young lady whether she was with a minor or not. I know it states that the mom allegedly waived her rights to speak and practice her Fifth Amendment. So, in another article stated that she hadn't returned a lawyer yet, but they actually have allegedly interviewed the minor, which is 10, and she stated that you know that Miss Rogers, which is the victim, was gonna come back with other family members to jump them. So and it goes back to children being in a child's place and parenting. I get that. I'm not knocking it. But I really do think, in my personal opinion, if it went like it went, that it to me it seemed like this young lady handled a firearm very well. And like I was just saying, I'm just learning. And I'm gonna take my kids. We are gonna just start going to the gun range, getting the knowledge of it because kids get curious. It's like, oh, what's this? How many times our mama when we was little had to tell us, this hot, this cold, don't run, walk. And then some of us had to touch it, make sure it's hot, bust up our knee, make sure what she's saying legit, so I don't know. I just got mixed feelings about it. It also stated in that article now, and I know y'all gonna like literally seriously go ahead over there and read the article. Because it states once the little girl shot the lady and killed her, or she later died allegedly at the hospital, allegedly The boyfriend stated that the mom and another eyewitness stated that the mom took the gun from the 10-year-old, pointed it at the boyfriend's chest. Okay. I'm not sure what she quote unquote said, but apparently he ended up leaving his girl and allegedly running back to his apartment, to seek shelter. And they went to their apartment. So I don't know. I don't even know if they thought it was inhumane to even call the cops. Now, it doesn't say. It's very little detail. It just happened. It's hot off the press. But I do think we should educate our children on the use of a gun. Um, it was an incident allegedly, I want to say in North Carolina, where a woman just stopped what could be a potential mass shooter. She hid behind the car. He had an AK assault rifle and he was firing out into the crowd. I'm not too sure the details. I put that article up too. And she did a clean shot with a nine, with a purse gun. Whether she was trained, I don't know. The woman's identity is unknown. But I do think too, with the shooting in Texas that recently just happened, I just later found out allegedly, okay, because it's no big article stating this. I'm just getting my news hot off social media that the father of one of the teachers was the hero in the story. He was at the barbershop, allegedly getting his haircut. He received a text from his wife stating that it was an active shooter and that she loved him. Bro jumped up out the chair and headed over to get his AK or his gun. Okay, we in Texas. I'm pretty sure everybody had guns, allegedly. And he headed over to the school and rescued his wife and his 8-year-old daughter. And then get this. Did y'all know this? He actually was the one that killed the kid that was in the school. It wasn't the police. That was outside. Did y'all know that? Like the I need my old man to get on point because if I text you, I'm gonna need you to roll up like he did. No, that's an everyday hero. And what the cop was telling me, it was a retired cop who taught me how to shoot. He was saying that it's always that couple second rule. And back to my journey with a gun, okay. I just recently, like I said, I'm a new gun owner as of today. Literally, I've been trying to get a gun since the pandemic. That never crossed my mind. I don't have a rapport with guns. I always look at guns as bad, but it's not. It's for protection. I've been in some scary situations, but during the pandemic, I found out that, the FDLE, I'm in Florida, they denied me. They said, no, you can't get a gun. I said, I know I was a retired thug, but, I ain't no failure. I done had a daycare center, got a tax office. I done had all these things that required me to get a level 2 background. Why can't I get a gun? Well, I later on found out that I had like a restraining order. So a restraining order, whether it's domestic or not, they can keep you. Well, they had a lifetime restraining order on me. So I had to write a motion, get into court, get it dropped. Shout out to the young lady who actually showed up and said, "Hey, judge, this old. Let's throw this out." So I was able to write that motion and get back in court to say, "Hey, this 16 years old. Let's cease this," and I was able to get my gun. But like I stated before, I'm a female, and I was just recently put in a situation where like I fear for my life. I don't think I would have resorted to getting a gun because I'm more of a fighter, hands on. But it was with a man, and I just, how the hell in the back of your head stand up, and it's just like in that split moment, I real deal like felt like, oh my God, my life could be in danger. What if? What if? What if? What if? It's happening to me too. It's probably not that important. Yep. The Little Caesars incident. That's what you was gonna say. So what were you gonna say? We can edit it. So yeah. Like I was thinking about the Little Caesar incident, but it was weird. I think I would have shot that guy allegedly. Because here's the thing. Okay, me and my kids, mind you, my kids were going to a private school, and it was quite a bit of ways. And around that time, I think I had 3 jobs. I was the VBK teacher. Everybody that know me, I was the VBK teacher. I was selling cable. I was doing taxes. I was doing it all. And I was tired and I was exhausted. And I remember going to get my son from football practice. And then my best friend's son was going to the school. And then it was like, it's like 5, 6 in the evening. I'm tired. I just want to get them something quick before we head to the house. I stopped at a Little Caesars. And I ain't gonna lie, I parked in handicap, but I didn't cut the car off parking handicap unattended. And matter of fact, it wasn't even that I parked in handicap. Now that I think about it, you know how it's like you make up a parking spot, so it's like a handicap parking spot, and then it's like a free citizen parking space, and then it's like a little bit of squeeze over there on the side. That's what I did. I squeezed. So apparently, I did it. Okay, sorry, we had a little technical difficulty. So let me start. Let me go back a little to where I think I was telling the Little Caesar story. So basically, I'm in this little ghetto made up parking spot. I got a little compact car. I'm not sure. One of my kids had already exited the car and came back, and I think that's what happened. So it's like we all waiting on the pizza, and my car was equipped for just my 4 kids. But that day, like I stated, I picked up my friend's kid. So now I'm in a situation where we got an extra passenger in the car. They don't even got a seatbelt assigned to them. So I'm just setting the scene. Boom, 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 boom. I look to my right. It's an older white gentleman beating down my window. I ain't had a tint yet. And I cracked the window, whatever. Oh, he just started belittling me. Oh, you're blocking up the handicapped parking space. Oh, he went on about how he a vet and he was wounded. And then I said, sir, I actually was finna back up and move to another parking spot. But you know what? I didn't agitate him. I didn't antagonize him. I looked at these kids that's looking at me, that's looking at him, and he making a scene. So me, as a tired parent at that time, that just wanted 3 freaking hot and ready pizzas and go home and take a shower. I said, sir, I am not in the handicapped parking space. And then as I looked, his wife looked like she was on the phone. So now we got us, what they call them? Becky, Susan, Karen. Okay. So they have way. Now, mind you, he could have actually pulled into the handicapped parking spot, or he could have pulled into the free citizen parking spot. I'm not dogging out people. If y'all want to come in and talk about, oh, don't park handicap, like I say, it wasn't even a real parking space. Maybe my car was over on the line. I'm not denying none of this. But it was how he was at me. Then he talking about his sister or his niece or somebody working for the Winter Police Department. I said, well, sir, that's who you're going to need and call her. But how my old man taught me this too, man. Older white people, young white people, it don't matter. When they go to rapping, they got a gun. I don't care what nobody say. 9 out of 9, not 9 out of 10, not 9 out of 8, 9 out of 7, 9 out of 9. He had a gun because he was just too trippy happy. He kept reaching for the side, kept reaching for the side. Mind you, my boys is pretty healthy. My friend's son older, they already look older than what they is, and it's almost like he just hyping himself up trying to justify it. And in that second, I honestly, had I already had a firearm, I think I would have used it that day because he was all the way in my window. He kept sticking his head in there, counting how many people was in the car. He was just doing the most. And then there was a time at the gas station. I think I would have shot him too, allegedly. I like to use that word as a disclaimer. But it was a time when we was at the gas station. And I think it was like a holiday, and the man came out, and we was in the truck. We was in my old man pickup truck, and it was souped up. So I really couldn't. You got to look down. It was like a lift on it. Well, anyway, at the time, I let my second oldest son pump go pay. One on when he paid, one on when he pump. Hey, that's my routine. I got 3 boys. I kind of live a lavish lifestyle where I don't have to do stuff like pump gas, get groceries out the car, or mop and sweep or do the dishes. Yeah. So anyway, he comes out the gas station. You raggedy B. You supposed to be 18 or older to pump the gas. And he just going on and on and on and on. And I probably wouldn't have pulled it, but if I had like one of them big trench coats, you know how they do all them cop coats, I just would have slid it to the back with both of my hands just so he could see it. Like, nigga, go. Like, some stuff is unnecessary and called for. Like, the older I get, The more I realized I couldn't have owned the gun. I couldn't have owned the gun at 21. I thought like a 21-year-old. I probably couldn't have owned the gun at 25 or 26. You know, it's a time and place for everything. And like I said before, leave me a comment if you want to know my journey of how I wrote my motion and I got in court. It's a lot of stuff. I don't know how all the laws work, but as a Floridian, it's a lot of stuff y'all don't need lawyers for. Y'all actually can do on your own. Like it's a lot of stuff I just figure it out on my own. I keep making mistakes until I find out. I'm actually in a process of helping a gentleman who is a convicted felon. I don't know how many times. I'm not getting into all that. Comment if you want this information. I'm actually in the process of getting him. What do you call it? So we're in the state of Florida. I'm not expunging his criminal record. I'm not sealing anything. I'm not hiding anything. We're gonna leave it open, okay? But I'm actually in the process of getting him expunged by a firearm. So basically, it's saying, hey, yeah, I committed this, but it wasn't a violent act. It wasn't a domestic violent act. It wasn't an act on the elderly or child. Can I get my rights just to protect my family or my rights? So if you want that journey, that story, or that information, comment and I will do an episode on that. Okay. Anytime I ever discuss stuff or I tell y'all how I figured this out or overdid this, please comment and leave me a comment for the details. I'll be sure to get with you. But yeah, let's talk about this. So please like, share, comment. Let me know your feelings about the 10-year-old Orlando girl that shot and killed a woman because her mom and the other lady got into a dispute. I really want you guys' point of view on it. Like I said, I feel like a gun shouldn't have been the result, but I also think she thought like a child. I mean, yeah, let's give the mama the charges for having a loaded gun around a minor saying, hey, give me this person. But it's no proof that, she said, hey, baby, I'm going to need you to shoot this lady. Or, like, I'm not picking sides. And my condolence to the victim family. I just think that, we as a people got to do better. And follow me. We definitely gonna do a episode with me and the kiddos at the gun range, including my 8-year-old daughter. Let's get these babies trained. Let's get them the fundamentals and the basic of the responsibility of a firearm to know that, hey, if you shoot this person, it ain't no coming back. This ain't the movies. This the real deal. This the real deal. It ain't no end bust about it. To take a life, that's what they said in Spider-Man about the great responsibility. Yeah, we're gonna need Uncle Ben to come back and let these kids know that yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. To pull a gun should be your only and last resort to me. And I think everybody in your household definitely need to know how to handle it, how to dismember it, how to clean it, how to get a clean shot, one clean shot. So yeah. Again, so yeah, so like I said, we're gonna have the works here. Like I say, it's gonna be therapy, it's gonna be laughter, it's gonna be tears, it's gonna be controversy. But most important, it ain't gonna be no bullshit. It is going down on the Coffee and Kush Morning Show. Tune in every week, turn them notifications on, hit the like, share, comment. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. It's going down.
Nigga, who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with me? Who want smoke with me?